Robert and Julia hid their love from us for fear of disgracing the family name. On their deathbed, we see our bitter quarrels selfish and immoral. From this point, the sour feud that poisoned our families for years are behind us, so that Robert and Julia did not die in vain.
Can I come in? How are you?
I'll manage.
Look, I'm sorry about Robert, but I want to help out as much as I can. Give me the case.
I already gave it to somebody else.
Who?
He gave it to me.
Ben? Why do you want the case?
I just don't want this case to get into the wrong hands, you know. Now, if you excuse me, I'm on my way to the autopsy room.
Uncle, I know Ben was close to the family, but do you really think he's a good candidate?
You can advise him if you'd like, but I wanted someone who wasn't absent from the family to bring this case to justice.
I think you know Robert for quite some time, but how long have you been gone? Do you really think you're up for this job?
Who was that girl?
Are you serious? Who was that girl? That's Julia Callahan.
Why are Callahans important?
Well, you don't know the family history, do you?
No.
Callahans and Montgomerys have a feud. You see, the Callahans were, back in '84, were dealing drugs with the Tijuana cartel. And of course, they wanted to blame us. But we didn't want to have any of that. So we returned fire on them. And that's how it all started.
So the Callahans hate us?
Yes, they do.
Then why did Robert and Julia kill themselves when their families hated each other?
Well, it could possibly be...
Murder?
Yes, murder.
Let's go to the autopsy room.
Let's. Wait! You'll puke. I'll do the honors.
Okay.
On the count of 3. 1, 2... Ah! It's hideous! It's okay. It's okay. Now let's examine the other body.
Ew. Hey, there's some black substance on his lips.
It's poison.
He poisoned himself.
Suicide!
Possibly.
Yes, and what about the other one?
Well, Julia died with a knife in her chest.
And why is there a wound in her back?
Probably went straight through. That's one skinny lady.
I'm sorry, this is distracting.
Let's just go to the crime house and work our way from there.
Okay.
I don't see any traces of poison in here.
This is a dang shame. This is the wine I got them.
It just doesn't make sense. Why would Robert hide the poison after he killed himself?
Well, maybe didn't want to look like he killed himself.
That's stupid. Here, okay, let's play it out right now. Robert drank the wine and fell down right there. Julia, from there, went down and watched him die.
Yeah.
So she took this knife from the kitchen and killed herself.
Wait. We're in Nicole's house. Are you saying this is
Murder?
Yeah,
Find out where she is. We need to go talk to her.
Okay, let's go. This is it.
We ask her a few questions and we leave.
Alright, got it. Hello? Is anybody home?
Hello.
Hi, I'm Detective Will, and this is Detective Ben of the Montgomery Agency. We're here to ask you a few questions.
And if you don't respond correctly, we're gonna kick your ass.
Come in.
Thank you. Have a seat on the couch, please.
Let's get started. What's your name, please?
Nicole Callahan.
How do you know Julia?
I'm Julia's sister.
Did you know about Robert and Julia before the incident?
Yes, she told me everything.
How exactly did they meet?
Hey man, this is Tiberius, this is Cherry. Dude, not allowed here.
Let me handle this. Would you let us in for a
25.
how about 30?
35.
25.
Deal. Come on in, man. Dude, your friend over there,
Yeah.
man. What's
Dude.
his name?
His name? Robert.
Robert,
He just broke up with his girl.
Dude, listen to me. He looks socially awkward.
Yeah.
You need to go hook him up with that chick sitting over there.
I got it.
Dude, she totally wants him.
Let's
Let's
go.
do this.
Hey, Robert. The girl, you gotta hook up with her, just like talk to her.
Dude, he
I
told
mean-
me your life story and everything that happened.
You told him?
It's okay. Nobody's gonna see this.
Alright,
Man.
I don't have my tie home.
Squaresville.
Hey, just
Square.
go.
Dude, let's just go. Just start a business.
We should.
Should start a business.
Bicycle.
Bicycle. We can make a path and then people can ride on something.
No.
Oh. Are you gonna talk to her or not, man?
Come on, Robert.
Dude, you're at a party, man.
Dude, come
Dude, just go. Just go.
No, I don't want to.
You're a square.
Uh,
Hey, you. Yeah,
no,
hey.
it's okay. It's okay.
You, this is our friend Robert.
Thank you.
Let's go party.
I'm sorry about that.
It's fine.
What's your name?
Julia.
I'm Robert. Nice to meet you. So, would you like a drink?
I don't drink.
Oh, would you like to dance?
I don't know how.
Come on, I'll teach you. Good, you're good.
My first, my last, my everything, and the answer to all my dreams. You're my sun, my moon, my guiding star, my kind of wonderful. That's what you are. I know that.
It was Tiberius who told me he was in Montgomery.
I'm sorry. Who's Tiberius?
It was your agency that locked him up.
Because he killed Mark.
Says in Montgomery, Tiberius wouldn't waste a bullet on your people. He was envious, yes, but not a murderer.
So we framed him?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Enough. We're on common ground here. Tell us what happened after the night.
The next day, Julia told me about Robert.
Dad's in prison. No one will find out. He has to accept the fact that Robert's not like any other Montgomery. He's different. Even I told him I was a Callahan. It wouldn't matter.
And what are you going to do with Patrick?
I didn't even see him at the party.
Julia, Robert's in Montgomery. What are you going to do? Stay in hiding for the rest of your life?
If that's what it takes, yes.
Why does it matter if I'm in Montgomery?
You heard us?
Your sister's not that quiet.
You're a Montgomery. I'm a Callahan. Our families don't get along.
But we do.
But if our families find us together,
Even if they do, who cares? As long as they know we love each other.
my family's not the forgiving type.
So, you have your sister, I have my cousins. We'll work it out. Although I'm not so sure about Benjamin.
I'm not so sure myself.
Ignore her. She has a terrible grudge from the Montgomerys.
I can't blame her.
I think you better come another time.
Until then,
They met several times after that. Sometimes at my house, sometimes at Lawrence's house.
And Lawrence is...
He's your friend.
Well, he's just more of an acquaintance. I haven't seen Friar since their deaths.
Anyways, they had meetings until Mark was murdered and Tiberius was arrested. The Callahans wanted Robert dead for arresting Tiberius, so they stayed at my house when
They were murdered.
they killed each other to be together.
I'm sorry. My partner here is adept to jump to conclusions. We won't know anything until we find more evidence. Can you think of anyone else who would commit this murder?
Why don't you ask your partner?
If I knew about them, I wouldn't be asking you.
Lawrence would never. He's dear to both of them. Mark's dead. Tiberius is in prison. You're on the case. The only person I think is Patrick.
Patrick. I think that will wrap up our questions. Thank you, Miss Callahan. We'll let ourselves out. For the Montgomerys.
So you're saying it's Patrick, huh?
I won't know anything unless we talk to him.
That's a load of BS. They died in Nicole's house. It has to be her.
We can't jump to conclusions.
It's right in our face! It's about to smack us!
I'll find out about Patrick. Where he lives, what's his number. We'll schedule something.